Perfect, and we can start. So today we met here because I would like to show you or demonstrate some functions of my EBSCOhost folder, how you can actually sort or organize your research if you are using any of our platforms. Just first of all, those of you who doesn't know me yet, my name is Karolina Podlocka. I'm EBSCO trainer for Central and Eastern Europe, and I'm previously worked as a librarian, and I'm based in Prague in the Czech Republic. If you would need any help, you can always contact me. You can always reach me on this mobile phone or email address. So that's about myself, and I don't have any PowerPoint presentation today. I will jump straight away to the database. So I just stop sharing my screen for a second, and let me just switch into my live demo. Just a few seconds, please. Okay, I hope you can see my screen now, my browser. So at this moment, this is my training demo account of EBSCOhost. No matter if you are using EBSCOhost or EDS, I believe some of you are using one of or both of them. You can always find a folder in the blue top toolbar. So let's start with a search. I would like to know to learn more about global warming, for example, and let's conduct a search about global warming. Whatever results or the content of the database I'm interested in for later usage, I can always put it in the folder. You probably know by next to each record there is this icon of I don't know actually how to describe it, maybe envelope. If you would like to put anything in the folder, just click this icon. It will become yellow and it will be moved into your folder. It can be whatever, ebook, articles, images. For example, if I select or filter just for academic journals, articles, you always find the icon here, the icon to put the content in a folder. As I mentioned, it can be anything, videos, ebooks. You can move there any content. About my folder functions, actually there are two options of the folder. First one we call a session folder, which is the function is a temporary. So without signing into my folder, I can straight away put this record in the folder. But without signing in, this folder, once I finish working with the database, I will click this exit or finish by clicking this X. Simply once I finish the session, everything that has been put in a folder, stored in the folder, will disappear. This is because of security reasons in the libraries when there are shared computers, so that the person who is coming to use the computer after me, he will not find what I have put in the folder. But what you can do, you can always create your own My EBSCOhost folder with signing in your credentials, and then anything you will put in the folder will remain for later usage, and you can organize it better. You can actually play with the content. That's what I'm going to show you now. So if you would like to create your own folder, just click on Sign In button. and this pop-up window will appear. If you already have your credentials, you will just fill it in and click on Sign In. In case that you or your students or users of the library will forget the password, I need to mention that we do not store these passwords, but you can always click this Forgot Your Password link. You will fill your username or your email address, and a temporary password will be sent into your email, and then you will change it. So this is the function of forgetting password. So if you don't have your credentials yet, then you can create your account by clicking Sign Up here. Very easily, you will just fill in your first name, your last name, your email address, and you need to create a password that has to be strong enough. So, for example, as you see, I'm starting to type, and I have the icons that approve it's strong enough. I add some letters and a special character, and now everything is done, and this password is strong enough. So you will create a password, and then you need to agree with the personal data collection. If you would like to learn more about it, you can always click this privacy policy and what information is collected and how it is used. You will find the information about that. So once you click this box and click on search, create account, you will receive into your email a confirmation link that will allow you to, after clicking it, you will be allowed to use this My EBSCOhost folder. Very easy. Maybe some of you are already using our mobile app. That can be downloaded on Google Play for Android or App Store for Apples. Maybe good to mention that if you are using EBSCO mobile app, then the My EBSCOhost folder is synchronized between your desktop computer and mobile application. So I will sign in with my credentials that I already have. And how can I recognize that I'm signed into my folder? First, this yellow icon usually appears, and also the system recognizes me by name. So now I know I'm signed in, and I will click to Folder. And this is my folder. This is everything I have already put in or stored in previous searches when I did the previous searches. So this is my content of my folder. On the left-hand side, here we have a different sections. So if I put through the database any article, I will find them here in the article section. Actually, they appear in the middle column. The same I can do with the images. So if I put any images into my folder, they will appear in this section, and I always find them here. The same I can do with videos, with some company information, with ebooks. So these are all ebooks that I've put in my folder previously, and I can always find it here. Again, I can go into the detail, go into PDF, see the table of contents. As much as you usually use it in the database, you find it here in your folder. Then there is this checkouts section. If I have had any ebook downloaded or borrowed, let's say, I will see this this ebook in this checkout section. I don't have any right now, but if I did and I would click here, I would also see the remaining time for borrowing period. Sometimes some libraries are using hold, so let's say reservation for the ebook. So if you would have any hold, you will always find it here. The same goes for notes. Maybe you know that in ebooks you can create your own notes. And if you do, this means if you would like to do to create a note in the ebook, you need to be signed into into My EBSCOhost folder. So then you will always find it here. For example, in this ebook, I marked some pages that are important, and they appear here in this section of my folder, and I can always click View Context and see the ebook, the page of particular page of the ebook where I put the note in. Then we can find here some persistent links to searches. I will talk about it by the end of this session, and also search alerts. So all this is being stored here in this My folder. But there are also other advantages of this My EBSCOhost folder, that you can create your own one, your customized. Let me scroll down here. So basically, the research you are collecting, you can divide it into your own folders, your customized folders. You can create your own ones. Here I have already created my folder for electronic resources, social sciences, business studies, and libraries in modern life. And what I can do, I can even make a subfolders, which I did, for example, here in electronic resources. If I open by clicking this plus, I see that in electronic resources, I have 3 articles, and then there is a persistent link subfolder. If I open it, I see I have 2 articles there. In your customized folders, you can put whatever content, not only articles, but also ebooks. For example, in social sciences folder, I have ebooks, and I have persistent links to searches. So all the content that you actually put into your folder, you can put it in your customized one. Let's create my customized folder for global warming. So I click here, New. Here I will create my global warming folder. I can decide how it should be sorted. So if it should be a single folder, or if it should be a subfolder. So I can actually decide where to store it or where to display this folder. And I can also make a description for my research. I can describe this folder and click on Save. If I scroll down, then here's my new customized folder, Global Warming. The content that I have put previously in my folder, for example, articles, I'm now in folder Articles, I can move it or copy it into my Global Warming customized folder. I can either select all, or I can select only some particular articles I would like to move there. And then I can, of course, if I don't want them anymore, I can delete them. But I can copy or move. The difference is that if I copy them, they will be copied into my global warming customized folder, but they will still remain here in this article folder. If I click on Move, then they will disappear from here and they will only remain in my global warming folder. So I can copy to my global warming, and let's scroll down, open global warming, and I have these 2 articles. This you can actually do with all the content, also the videos, also the ebooks, anything. if you create these customized folders, you can also share the content of them with other person. This can be very useful, for example, if the student is collecting data for his research, and for example, he would like to share with his professor or somebody to discuss the content with somebody else. As you can see, there is this share button. So each customized folder you can share with anyone else. I need to mention here, the sharing is only for a view mode. So the person who will receive this shared folder, he will not be able to delete anything or to add anything to the folder. He will just see it in the reading mode, but still he is able to see the content. How you can do it? So let's say this electronic resources, I have put some articles in it, and I would like to share it with my professor so that we can discuss later. I will easily click here this share button. I will select the email address of the person. I can even add some message, and he will receive the passcode, the password. I can even decide if this password should be just for the single use, or this can be used repeatedly. And then I will click on invite. What will happen then? The professor or the other person, he will receive an email with a password. He will go to his EBSCOhost folder. Of course, he needs to have his EBSCOhost folder created as well. And he will click here this add button in the very, very bottom of the page. And here he will fill in the password from the email, click on submit, and then he will be having shared this folder that I have shared with him. So this easy it is. As I mentioned, only in the reading mode, but he can actually see the content. There are also other options how you can work with this collected content. So no matter if you are in your customized folder or in these article folders or ebooks folders, you can always find these icons here on the right-hand side. So probably you know from the database that you can export bibliographic data if you are using Mendeley or Zotero Citation Manager. You can do that for a single book, or you can email a single article or ebook. But if you have them in My folder, then you can work with the multiple content. So here I am in this article folder, My folder articles, and if I would like to work with all the articles here, I can select all. If not, I can select only article one, but let's say I would like to work with all of them. And what I can do, I can have them printed. I can email them also. So by clicking this icon, I see that number of items to be emailed is 10. I will fill in the email address of the person I would like to send this content to, fill in the subject, write some comments. I can even decide in which format the person should receive. So just a brief citation and with abstract, or detailed citation and abstract. If the PDF should be in a separate attachment, or you don't want to send the PDF at all, only the bibliographic data and so on. You can also decide if you would like to remove these items from folder after emailing or not. And then just clicking the send button, and the person will receive the content, multiple content in his email. let's go back, and what you can do also is export, as I mentioned, if you are using, for example, some citation manager. I can have more than one single article saved into my into Mendeley, for example. I'm using Mendeley, so number of items to be saved is 10. By default, there is this direct export in RISC format for citation managers, and I can easily have it exported into in this format and then upload it into my Mendeley. So these are advantages of my EBSCOhost folder. Let me go back now, and I mentioned that by the end of this session I will talk also about safe searches and about the alerts. So let me go back to the result list. Okay, let's start a new search, global warming. And this is the result list of global warming. On this result list, if you would like to, let's say it like this way, if you would like to create an alert for searches, you need to have my EBSCOhost folder created. You will always find this option in this share button on the result list. So if I click on this share button, I have some options here. I can put in the folder the results of this result page 1 to 10. So it means that I don't have to go one by one and click this icon to put them in the folder, but I can do the whole content of the first page. Basically, when you do the research, then the records that appears on the first 3 pages are the most important, right? Regarding to relevance. So you can put all of them. And actually, it would happen by clicking this result 1 to 10. 1 to 10 means because I have 10 items or records per page. But if I would like to have more, then I can always change it here in page options. And I can decide for results per page for 50, for example, which is the maximum, and click on apply. And at this moment, if I click this share button, then I can put 1 to 50 results into my folder. I can even put the current search, global warming, because I conducted the search for global warming at this moment. So I'm going to do that, and I will show you immediately the results. So global warming, I just put it in my folder. And the last option is create an alert. Okay. Share, and the last option is email an alert. You can always set up alerts for searches. So imagine that I made some global warming. Let's make it more detailed. So Mediterranean, for example, and I can refine for, let's say, last few years. So imagine that you conduct a search, maybe some more complicated than I did right now, and you would like to be notified whenever next time any content is being added into the database upon your search. So you can do that after conducting the search and being on the result list, having my EBSCOhost folder signing in, and then you just click on this share button and email alert. Here you can decide about some options. So you will fill in your email address, and then you can decide about the frequency, about the articles that has been published with no limit or in 1 year, 1 month, and so on. And then just clicking this save alert. After that, you will be notified with the frequency that you decided for about the new content added up in your search. Now, when I created my customized folders for global warming, for example, when I would like to put anything in the folder from the result list, I click the icon right now, and you see not only my folder, the main page appear, but I can even decide where I would like to store now the record. So even I can open this electronic resources for a subfolder about persistent links, but I know I would like to use the global warming folder. So I select this, and it has been stored straight away into my global warming. And the last thing I mentioned was this add search to folder, right? I previously put the search for global warming into my folder. So now let's go back to my folder and search for persistent links to search. If I click on them, probably I didn't click them before. Okay, anyway, these are my previous ones. So I can store in my EBSCOhost folder this persistent links to searches. For example, previously I did for globalization, and here is the link for the searches. Here I can see in which databases I conduct the search and what has been the limiters, and here is the link. I can just, next time I can just copy and paste, open the new browser tab and paste it. Let's see if I'm logged in, but probably yes. And now I have these results for globalization. So this is the way how you can even store or collect the links to searches that you've made. Okay, this is all I wanted to tell you or introduce today in this session. Are there any questions? Would you like to ask anything about the functions of my EBSCOhost folder? Please feel free to chat, to send me the messages in the chat. Meanwhile, I will go scroll up here and show you the help button that you can always use, which you find here in the top toolbar on the right hand side. There is the help button. Here you can always find the information about my EBSCOhost or my EBSCOhost, or even I'm not sure if EDS as well, the information, the help. So for example, using folders, here we can find using the folder, managing custom folders, sharing, accepting a shared folder, and so on. So here you can find all the information. And the last slide I have in my PowerPoint is the web page of our support pages, which is called EBSCO Connect. You can always find it in Connect my.ebsco.com, this kind of layout will appear, and here you can, if you would like to know more about My EBSCOhost Folder functions, for example, just write it in the search box and you will receive the articles. And mainly here down there are tutorials on EBSCO interfaces. There you find all the video tutorials, also tutorial about My EBSCOhost Folder, how to use it. So actually this is all I wanted to share with you today. I cannot see any questions, so I hope everything was clear. Just let me stop the recording right now.